Alright, how's it going, guys? So, in case you guys haven't been able to figure it out yet, we're working on the 4x4 today. It's been a while since I've had this thing out. But what we're doing today, we're going to replace the drive belt. I blew the old one probably back in January out on the lake going out to my buddy's fish hut. And it's been either too cold or I haven't had the ambition to actually put a new belt on. But I got the belt now, and we're going to go ahead and change that. I was going to do a video last week of me skidding logs with the tow truck, but as you can see right now, it's just not working out. It's just way too wet. I'm actually pulling logs out from behind the dog bowl, and all the water that goes into the dog bowl, like in the bush, it all kind of puddles up behind here. Like this is the end, almost the end where this water goes. Again. It kind of pulls up behind the bush and then it drains it through our ditches. But either way, it's just way too wet to do anything back there right now, and I'm going to end up burying. Alright, so another thing, I never made a video of this, but this is the new hitch that I made up for the back of the Deere. The receiver part, it's just one of those ones that you can buy. I got that at Princess Auto. It's kind of like Harbor Freight for all the Americans. Then I made up the actual hitch itself out of 2-inch aluminum and just drilled a hole, made a spacer, and put a ball on it. I made that for going out on the lake with the bush buggy on, and it didn't pull it too bad, but I think the belt was on its way out, and just the snowdrifts out there just destroyed it. So anyways, let's get down to business. Alright, so the first thing we want to do, we want to pull off the two steering arms here. Basically, it's just one arm per each wheel in the front, and this is essentially a modification off of the original John Deere steering. You can kind of see up here, it's a little dark up there, but right there you can see that flat cut. Well, that's actually from this part here is actually from the John Deere steering. I just cut it all apart and then made up my new extension to drop everything down, just so I had enough room to clear all the drive belts and stuff. So we're gonna pull out these cotter pins, and then that bar drops out of the way, and then we're gonna do the same with this side. And that one drops out. The reason. Okay, so now that we get those steering arms out of the way, you guys might be able to see it over here by my hand. I got my clutch adjuster, and where did I put it? There. Basically, we take the 10mm wrench, and whichever way we'll actually loosen it off. We loosen off the jam nuts. We back those off. And like right now, I got the clutch pedal loose. So then we're going to back this off even further. And that loosens the clutch right up. Enough that we can take that 10mm wrench, stretch the spring, unhook the retaining chain, pop that out of the way, and then the clutch spring eventually just comes right out. So now we take our 13mm, because this is still the factory clutch,
All I've done is change one of the pulleys around, and okay, I gotta get a wrench for that one. But basically, pull this little bar off here. I don't know if you guys can see this, so you'll just have to take my word for it. This little bar is the belt retainer on the clutch. We'll set that over there. And then, trying to remember how. Okay, I got both retainers off the clutch. It's really hard. There's not a lot of room, but that pulley, you can kind of see it spinning back there. I got the retainer off that. So now you just pop the belt off the back. It's already popped off the engine now. Popped off that idler. I really should change that. It's kind of noisy. That's that growl that you guys always hear when I stick the camera, like stick the view to the GoPro view. That's that driveline noise that you guys always hear. But anyways, we'll pop that around the steering, and then it should slide right out. There we go. Dirty bastard. Now it should pop right out. Okay. Alright, there you are, boys. That's what happens when you don't have a properly adjusted clutch. Right when you break in the belt. This belt was pretty much decked right from the start. Okay guys, well, I normally run these PIX belts, like an A88K. It's a 1/2 inch by 90 belt. My local parts supplier didn't have PIX, but they had gates and a homemade wrapper. But they said it's a 90-inch belt, so I'm taking their word for it. And I think it's Kevlar, but I'm not sure. It's a lawn tractor, and normally Gates' lawn tractor belts are green, but we'll see. I don't really care either way. I got to put a larger belt on it anyways. Like as per width, like I got 1/2 inch, but I need to change all my idler pulleys over so I can accept 5/8 belt. But yeah, so that's what I'm putting on it. Okay guys, so I got the new belt, and as you can see, I got the belt going around the steering, and try to not knock over the camera, and then pull the belt under the clutch, and then hook it over the back pulley on the transmission, and then hook it over the front engine. Hook it over that idler, and then go around the back flat idler on the clutch, and then hook it over the V idler on the front of the clutch. And then now we can go and start tightening everything back up. So you, come on. Whoop. Okay, so right there, that's the adjuster eye or bolt or whatever you want to call it. It's just attached to this little plate up here. And that chain hooks onto what used to be the old deck mower. The mower deck lift is actually, it used a spring to lift it because it has the pedal instead of the handle. And then right up here, that turnbuckle, it's for adjusting my free play in the clutch, because if you don't get enough free play, basically your clutch pedal is actually holding your clutch back, so you can't get the proper amount of tension on. But if you have too much, then you can't get the full throw and you can't release your clutch.
So same kind of principle as like the clutch on big trucks. It's a different setup obviously because this is belt, but same kind of principle. I think I might adjust the clutch so I got a little bit more spring pressure on it, but other than that, this is looking all right. So I'll bring you guys back in a bit. Alright boys, so I got her all together. I got her out of the shop, tires blown up. Now I think we're ready for a cold start. I think the last time I had it running was a month ago. Just running where I parked it, just to make sure it's still fired up. Well boys, I think I'd call that a success. I've been asked in the comments, why do I bother with these instead of getting a four-wheeler, or if I'm too hard up to buy a four-wheeler. If I really wanted to, I could buy a four-wheeler. In fact, like, my dad has one. I don't know, the four-wheeler is only a two-wheel drive, but I'd much rather drive one of these over a four-wheeler. I just have way more fun driving something that I've built, going through mud and water, than something I could just buy. I don't know, to me, like, that's just my opinion. I have way more fun driving, building, working on something that I've designed and built myself. To me, there's just no comparison, really. Like, I don't know any other way to describe it. This thing is a blast to drive. So, yeah. Alright guys, well, hopefully you enjoyed that. I know I did. It's been a long time since I've drove this thing, and the last time I drove it is middle of winter. So I'm thankful that spring is coming. I'm happy I got this thing back running again, and I want to go out again actually. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that, and just rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video.